to get your horse to crave you. We have Pocket here. He's going to be up for adoption really soon. So we'll be using him today, so you guys can check out what he knows so far. He's still in his training, but we're working on it. So the first thing I ever do is round pen. So if you were to give me a wild Mustang that has never been touched, I'm going to start him in this round pen right here. Desensitizing him. Horses learn from pressure and release of pressure. So they don't learn like dogs where they sit and you give them a treat. That's not how they learn. So they're obviously going to be like the place where there's a release of pressure. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pressure on the outside. I'm going to make him work. I'm going to make him run. I'm going to make it uncomfortable for him on the outside. But then when he's with me, he gets to relax and get some air back and, have some fun. And oh, nice. That's how you get your horse to crave you. So I'm going to show you exactly what I do to get my horse to follow me around, trot up to me, and really want to be with me.
So I'm going to first start with desensitizing the horse. I want to make sure my horse is not scared of any of the tools I'm using. This also prevents him from anticipating going on the outside. It teaches him to stay in the middle with me until I give him a cue to go outside and work. This also teaches him to listen to me and not the stick and string. I want him listening to me when I give him the cue. I don't want to have to use the stick and string all the time. This also teaches him that inside he's resting, he's having a great time. I'm slapping the whip, he doesn't have to do anything. I'm rubbing on him, it's all good in the middle with me. So here I'm going to point an established direction and he should be moving out. So it takes him a long time to move out because he doesn't want to go out. Going out means work, but I still want to be able to move his feet and make him do stuff because that's respect. So I'm just going to keep him going here. Keep him trotting. Get him into a lope. I want to be able to move his feet. So pretty soon here I'm going to turn him to the other direction. So watch what I do here. I'm going to step out in front and he's going to come in towards me. That is respect. If the horse is facing you, that means he's respecting you. So when he turns, see, there it is again, he's respecting me. So here I turn my back and he comes trotting up to me. This is what we want. He's even a little pushy about it, so I make sure not to get them too pushy because sometimes they will be, especially him. He's very, very friendly, but I turn my back, he comes trotting up. That means come into the center. Then I do desensitizing. I go back to desensitizing. I go back to relaxing, calm. He's resting in the middle. It's all nice, all fun, and then he starts beginning to think of me as something good, as rest, as a release of pressure. It's really important to do this when you're catching them and in the stall, work them and rest them. This makes it so that it's easy for them to be caught. So here he got a little pushy with me. He started pushing on me and I'm like, no. I'm not going to accept too much pushiness. So I went ahead and sent him out again and worked his feet a little bit. It is so important to work their feet. We don't want too many cuddles or else they will get pushy. We want to be able to assert that respect and dominance a little bit. We want to make sure that we can move his feet if we want, but it's better to be in the middle. Here he's pushing on me again. We'll fix that. It's all in the learning process. So here I am doing the same process over again, and the more I do this, the more apparent it gets for him. The more he craves me, the more he wants to follow me and wants to be with me. So the next exercise I'm going to do is something called slap and walk, and I'm just going to go behind him and all around him. I'm trying to give him an opportunity to go out. I want him to go out here. He's thinking about it, but then he remembers, hey, if I go out, I'm going to work. So I'm just I'm enticing him. I'm like, you want to go out? You want to go out? And then if he does, I'm like, work. So that he stays as long as possible, and he only goes out when I ask him to. So here I am desensitizing. I'm giving him a chance. Give your horse so many opportunities to run away. And then when they do, you work them. It's not necessarily discipline. It's just like, hey, this is the better option. Being in with me is the better option. Here I am in his blind spot. I'm just gonna give him any opportunity to follow me. The next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna walk around and make sure he's following me. This is how you get that good follow. So he's following me right here. He thinks of me as rest. All of this fixes catching issues. Your horse will run up to you in the pasture, will run up to you in the stall, will trot up to you and want to be haltered because you are a good thing. So what happens next is really interesting. So a lot of the time in the beginning, horses will want to wander. They don't know that you mean rest yet. Look here. He goes to the outside. I'm going to point. And look, he goes the opposite direction. I'm like, uh-oh. So I make sure he goes in the direction I want him to. Here we go. So he decided to go out, so I'm going to work him. This is how you solve those issues. If your horse decides to go out and walk away from you, then they simply work. Then I turn my back again. He's like, uh-oh. Oh, yes. She means rest. Oh, he's going to turn away, but watch this. He catches himself. He's like, oh, I remember. Bria means rest. In the middle means rest. Some horses get this quicker than others. He tended to get it really quick. But this really, really helps and also gets them thinking. This also, I do a lot of this with wild Mustangs because you don't have the halter on, you're not forcing them into anything, but you're teaching them to crave you as a wild horse. But believe it or not, this horse was untouchable. This horse was a wild Mustang. And in 2 weeks, this is where we're at. He's craving me. I'm going behind him, slapping the whip. He's not scared. He's following me, and he's craving me. These methods work so well. Some horses take a little bit longer to catch on than others. But if you're patient, then you can get your horse to be trotting up to you, like Martini in that video, and like him in this video. If you have any questions, don't be afraid to drop a comment or DM me and I will answer immediately. I'm always really glad to help and answer any questions that you have about horse training, horses. If you have no experience with horses, I can answer all of the questions. If you're not following me already, please follow. It's super fun and you'll learn a lot about horses and training. You can be an expert on horses or you can be a beginner. All are welcome. Thank you guys for watching. How to get your horse to crave you.